Well, tonight was a WWE pay-per-view, and I'm going to give my review of it. I thought it was pretty good. Now, kind of go with the long view, or the long form, or whatever you want to call it. It was like 6 hours long when you count the pre-show. Oh, God, it was way too long, though. I don't like the ones like, it's like, I think they said 4 times a year they do it where the SmackDown and Raws together. It's just way too long. So, but we'll start talking about it. The Jason Jordan, I'm actually got the lineup of what matches, like I said, because there's like 13 matches, I think, or something like that, crazy. But let's see. Should turn back on phone. There we are. Okay, Jason Jordan, the Hardy Boys versus Miz and the Miz Taraj. Good match. I like the Miz. I like the Miz Taraj. Jason Jordan, I'm not too familiar with him. I think he's part of the Alpha Males. I think that's what it's called. Like my hair is like it's curling, like I'm be like an old style mustache or something. That's weird. I have to brush it or something. That's kind of, I don't understand why it's wanting to curl like that. Sorry about that. That's just a weird side note. The Miz, I think, is great. He's a great villain. He's like, you love to hate him. He's great. They won. Good match. Let's see here. Oh, Cruiserweight Championship. I didn't care. The Cruiserweights, the Akira Tozawa, I think's his name. I just can't get into him. Like, Neville's great. I think Neville's great. I liked him better when he was actually fighting regular people instead of the Cruiserweights. But instead of when he fought like in the regular roster, he was a small guy. He did the high flying stuff to help him win. Now he's in the Cruiserweights and he's the big guy. So it's, I don't know. Just not a big fan of the Cruiserweights. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't like luchador and that style of wrestling. It's just I don't like the way the WWE is doing the Cruiserweights. They seem to be like not letting them do all the crazy stuff. All right, Tag Team Championship. The New Day versus the Usos. Great match, really good. The Usos are great. The New Day's great. You had a lot of times you thought, oh, it's over. No, yeah, no. Like, don't get me wrong, false finishes get kind of crappy, get cliche after a while. But in this match, it was really good. Later on throughout the rest of the night, when all the false finishes, it did kind of crap. It kind of get kind of crappy. Oh, here, this is a crap match, I think. The next one. Big Show versus Big Cass with Enzo in a shark cage. Oh my God. Do I really care? Big Show has supposedly had a broken hand. Enzo squeezes out of the cage. I mean, like when he was standing up there and he's sticking his head through the bars, and like here's the bars, and he's like, his head's like, I'm like, he could almost walk through it straight on. I'm like, okay, so yeah, he's gonna get out of this cage, and then I thought he'd do more. Basically, he gets out, gets kicked in the head, knocked out. So yeah, crap match. Don't care for it. Randy Orton versus Rusev. I admit this is kind of crap too. Basically, Rusev attacks him before the bell rings. Randy Orton puts him in the RKO. It's like they seem to want to build Rusev up, and then they just let him crash back down. I mean, really, I think Rusev should have won this match. I think he should have dominated most of it. Like Randy Orton should have got an RKO on him, but not being able to pin him fast enough, and then Rusev kicks out, and then Rusev proceeds to basically beat him up. But that's not what happened. Rusev lost in like 10 seconds. All right. Women's Championship. Naomi versus Natalya. Really good match. I'm a real big fan of Natalya. She won. I thought that they'd have it to where Carmella would come down and they'll win the Money in the Bank thing. But But when the ends of the match, the way it ended, Natalia basically the submission move. So I was like, yeah, she's not going to. I didn't think she'd win it. I mean, I didn't think that the Carmella would come down at that point when I saw how the match ended. It's one of those things where like both the competitors are really hurt and everything. Then generally the Money in the Bank person comes down then. All right, John Cena versus Baron Corbin. The beginning of the match, I'm like, one, they've already let Nakamura beat John Cena. They can't let John Cena lose twice in a row. So I don't understand why they let Baron Corbin already lose the Money in the Bank contract and not win the title. And he lost against John Cena. It's like they lost faith in him or something. I don't know. I don't understand the move. The whole program with John Cena just doesn't make sense. So yeah, it was okay. Don't get me wrong, it was a good match, but I just don't understand the storyline behind it. All right, here we are. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Good match, storyline wise. I'm not a big fan. I don't know, just kind of weird. The whole demon thing with Finn Balor, I think it's kind of corny, in all honesty. So everybody's like, oh no, it's great, blah, blah, blah. The face paint's great. Finn Balor's a great athlete. I just don't like the face paint. Like he's channeling the demon or whatever. Just hokey. All right, well, I think I passed one up. Yeah, Tag Team Championship. Sheamus and Cesaro versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I was pretty sure that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins was going to win. They did. But great match. Holy cow, was it really good. I think they had too many false finishes in it. I think they should have cut down on them and just had like maybe one or two instead of like the 30 how many they had. It was too many, way too many. But good match overall. All right, next Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. Two of my favorite female wrestlers in WWE. Sasha Banks is awesome. Alexa Bliss is awesome. I didn't know who I wanted to win. I really don't watch Raw that much, and they're on Raw, so I don't really understand the storyline with them. But now we can have the comeback story of Alexa Bliss. Sasha Banks is great. I mean, both of them is great. So like No Mercy or whichever the next pay-per-view for the Raw is, they can come out and have another kind of like the boomerang match or whatever you call it, and they can actually. I just hope they don't do the way they did with Sasha and Charlotte, where they basically flip the belt like every week. Let one of if Sasha Banks keeps the belt, let her keep it for a few months. If Alexa Bliss wins the belt back, let her keep it for a few months. I don't like when they basically play hot potato with the belt. It just makes it doesn't seem like they understand what they want to do, and they just want to change things. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, with the guest reference of Shane. Great match. I'm a huge fan of AJ Styles. I like Shane McMahon. I remember when he actually came back, I was like, man, I wish they'd let's bring a new general manager in. And I was like, man, I'd really like it if they brought Shane back. I really liked him. He was really good. And that night, I was actually telling my wife how much I missed having him on the show. And they played the Here Comes the Money theme song for Shane. I was like, oh my God, he's going to be back. And it was really good. So, but yeah, match tonight was really good. I mean, you want to have Kevin Owens doing the whole crying that he lost and everything, but it was really good. Storyline wise, it was great. Okay. Jinder Mahal against Shinsuke Nakamura. Good match. Shinsuke Nakamura always puts on a good match. I don't like how it ended. Basically, the two guys come in, they distract Shinsuke Nakamura, and then Jinder Mahal puts him in. I can't remember what his finishing move is, and pins him 1, 2, 3. I didn't like that. Don't get me wrong. I agree with the result. I do think Jinder Mahal should stay the champion for quite some time. But I think that it should have been something different. I don't like when those two guys jump on the ring apron, and it's a small distraction like that, it makes the person seem stupid. So I don't like that ending to a match. Just that, I just don't like it. But now they can say, "Hey, this people interfered. I want a rematch," and they'll have another rematch. All right, and now we have the Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman. 4 big men. When you say Samoa Joe is the smallest guy in a match, you know those are some big men. Overall, good match. Great match. But Brock Lesnar's still the champion. Braun Strowman, they made him look really strong. Basically, he demolishes Brock Lesnar. Seems like Braun Strowman's the good guy now, because I don't watch Raw that much, and I was like, didn't Roman Reigns destroy him recently? And in this match, they made Braun Strowman destroy Brock. I'd like it if they let Braun Strowman keep going, because he is a big monster. But yeah, overall, really good show. Had a few matches I'm just yeah, but really good. So yeah, highly recommend it. And if you don't have the WWE Network, check it out. It's actually pretty good, if you're a wrestling fan. If you're not a wrestling fan, don't check it out. It's going to bore you to death. But anyways, I had a good day. I sat at home on a Sunday, played with Adrian and the puppies until my wrestling show started, and then I laid on the floor and played with Adrian while I watched the show. So yeah, very good day. Oh yeah, I did say I hope you had a good day, but talk to you tomorrow.